Okay, this is going to be Chompy getting the triple S fairly consistently. I hope. I did last week with this team, and I think it's a good way to do it. So I'm using Flashwing, Headrush, and Whirlwind. Important thing to note is the runes. I have absolutely heaps of resistance on all three of them. I aim for over 90. That's what I aim for. But Whirlwind can go a bit lower because she's element up. But coincidentally, I've got 105 because that's just the attack runes that I've got. So I've got a lot of them on my attack runes, which is just, they don't make sense on the other two. Which is why they're now on Whirlwind and why she's got such high effect resistance. The aim of the game basically is to just tank all of Chompy's hits while not actually taking any of the diminish, which is just what kills you, and then just using those flash ring and head rush to just take all the hits and then keep healing up, keep healing up all the way. And hopefully I can have one heal up at all times and just that's basically how it works. So let's get into it. I'm going to double speed this. Well, that's a good start. I hope that's just the boss getting it out of the way right at the start. He will be diminishing Gulper and doing whatever to Gulper the entire time. Good, we are resisting. I hope it's just me getting all of the bad RNG right at the start of the run so I can just make a really smooth get to triple S really smoothly without too much fuss. But yeah, as I say, and obviously this boss will knock them down quite consistently. So there you go, Gulper Falls. That's fine. I'm totally cool with Gulper going down every now and again. There you go, we got the resist. And now I have too much mana. That's always a good sign. If Whirlwind ever gets a thing put on her, I'm probably going to scream. Because she should never have one. Not least because she shouldn't be getting hit ever. But because there's 125 effect resistance. For a very good reason. So because Whirlwind got knocked down this time, I didn't have her up for dealing with that. It's not a problem. Just about to hit 50k, I think. Which is good. Very quick. I'm going to heal up after this one. Okay, so there's Headrush getting the diminish. Twice, apparently. Obviously, I will use Whirlwind's attack skill. Now this should never be an issue to you. It doesn't do nearly enough damage, I think, as a boss's charge skill should. Great timing on that one. Super weird that he's going for Whirlwind of all of them. I mean, I actually kind of like it, to be honest, for once. I'm actually okay with that. Because these two aren't 100% accuracy. I thought that 90 would have been alright, but no, it seems like, yeah, 100 is probably what you need to aim for to, like, for it to always hit. Oh, the reason I'm using Flash Wings S1 is because I have way too much mana for this team. It works well, and it's just really cheap. Like, I'm just about to knock him down on one of these skills, well. At least I bloody hope so. There we go. Okay, we got that. So Headrush got knocked down. Headrush obviously has the most endurance. So we'll spend the longest up. There I take another diminish. It's fine. Basically, I think it's actually going to be alright if you like make it so like infrequent to get diminished. So having 90, if you can take 80 or 90 at the expense of like good runes, that might actually be better for you than say focusing on trying to get 100 and then taking a bad set, which is completely the opposite attitude to what you should have towards effect accuracy, coincidentally. Also remember that your healers recover endurance. They don't recover enough, but they do recover some. So Headrush with 12 endurance already will last a bit longer. And I charged a bit too early on that one. What that charge skill is meant to do is it's balanced because it's meant to explode all the diminished cats. But all that means is that if you can get rid of all of them, you're totally fine. You've got absolutely nothing to worry about. And that's why it's so easy to just ignore. Almost completely when you're doing the raid. I'm going to keep it off turns 2. It just gets a little bit too manic for me. And I'm not used to this team enough yet. Tried it a couple of times to just try and get into it, and it just isn't. I'm not there yet. Oh, that's not okay. As long as you're cognizant of it, you'll be totally fine. That was needed. Don't know quite what happened there, but he really ramped up. I had a couple of really bad endurance chops in a row. It just sort of almost fell apart. And my whirlwind's attack isn't as high as it usually is. Flash Rings is bloody high, but Whirlwind isn't up there. I wasn't sure what runes I actually put on this team last time. I knew I had effect resistance on, but I couldn't remember how much I actually got of like the different stats. I think I got Whirlwinds very similar, but I'm not sure. Okay, that's a knockdown. Shoot. That's a double whammy knockdown. Okay, so this team isn't cut and dry like the rest of them are. Wow. You've got to be very aware of your endurance. Also, what I've noticed is that this boss lacks the "it's your turn" filter that a lot of the bosses actually do have. That's something I have noticed. In that, sometimes if you're fighting, for example, Luminous, he'll almost appear to like wait for your turn before he then attacks you at some points. It's weird. You'll like do a series of attacks and then he'll. And then you'll do some attack. He'll do some attacks, and then he'll sit there while you prepare whatever attacks you're going to do. Especially at the start, this boss doesn't even care. It's just like, oh, if you're not attacking, I will. Which is why you just need to get in there the entire time. You just spend the raid doing that. Wow, he attacked Headrush. Love it. I want him to attack Headrush because Headrush is my tank. This will probably peter out just after Triple S if I make it there. Just because he'll probably end up targeting Flash Ring or Whirlwind and just killing them. That I want to heal up, I think. This one I want to, yeah, that. Go for the heal. Might get it, I don't know. Oh, and oh, I need to knock this boss down. Please knock the boss down. Thank you. God damn it. Ah, I'm happy with that. That went well. It's definitely a solid. It's a solid triple S when I'm actually like playing the game properly, and getting a little bit lucky here and there. There's better rune builds. I don't think I had enough attack on my whirlwind, um, nor enough hit points on any of them really. But I think that yeah, I don't know. I think that thing's going to like peter out at about 200k no matter what you bring. So I need better to go beyond that. But that's a good start. Um, a team I probably won't do this time because we're now in the best invasion rules is I used Zulu Tri-Tip and Airvac last week. Same sort of build, and they're amazing. Should definitely consider them. Just the whole tank double healer with a load of effect resistance just does really well against this boss. In almost always avoiding. The reason I died there was because Headrush just got Flashwing got targeted and then Headrush got diminished. She's got a really big pieces of bad luck. So there's the damage. It's pretty even across all of them because you don't really have a major damage dealer, but the healing is just mental. Obviously, Headrush giving the shields and then stuff like that. It's nothing crazy, and then loads of damage taken. But he did love Flashwing a little bit too much for my liking. But yeah, there you go. There's first score. So yeah.